Now, there we go, there we go, there we go. Now we have our audio set up correctly. I don't know what happened there. Actually, I do know it happens periodically. Now, alright, I am the Damn Cat, and this is the final round of GTRC's Group 4 Drive Team Championship. We are ending this series here in Red Bull Ring, and we're finishing off in the front wheel drives. Oh, we have a delay. Why do we have a delay? It is news to me, but it is what it is. Alright, so I guess while we're waiting, we'll see if we can find someone. It's not the button I wanted. We did a little practice earlier, so we're gonna watch Doug and the Sirocco go around for a little bit, just so we can get a look at how this track is gonna flow. Okay, so that corner, so there's two corners that I'm going to be struggling with throughout the race. That was one of them. Basically, it's these two sharp, greater than 90-degree corners that we're going to struggle with. First corner is to a degree as well, but turns 3 and 4 are going to be the ones that I'm going to struggle with the most. Oh no! Oh no, he's having issues with his card. Oh, that's no good. That is no good at all. Hopefully he can solve it really quick. Might just be a case where he needs to unplug it and replug it. That would be the first thing I would try to do. There's a few other settings in Streamlabs or OBS, whichever one he uses, that he could also check. I don't know if he's like me. Periodically the audio capture resets, so I'll have to reset it periodically. And video, just need to. For video, he would just need to check his connections, really. And also maybe check the health of the card. Kind of hard to do that if you don't know what you're doing, though. Do you know what kind of issue he's having? Sorry, but I don't need the TV as loud at the moment. So, oh, power, okay. That's going to be a cable issue, most likely. Because his USB cable that he's using to connect his PC to his capture card should be capable of providing power to the card. Those cables do tend to be a bit more expensive. Yeah, I would try to use them, see if changing the cable would help. That's 09. Right down. Trying to think. Yeah, it's more likely going to be an issue with this cable. That would be why it's struggling to deliver power to the card. There's because of the rain, there's no mandatory tires this time around. So that is new. We won't be running the hards this time. Yeah, rain is expected. It is deliberately set into the settings, I do believe. So we will see rain at some point. Hence why I hope you brought an umbrella. And R5, R7, R7s are about halfway through the race. We should see some pretty heavy rain. Quali is starting. So we're going to check in. We're going to get this show on the road. Want to make sure that we are the last one out of pit. There goes petrol. We'll wait on petrol to get all the way out of pits, then we'll go. I think once petrol gets about halfway up this straight here to the kink. Ooh, my vision just went blurry. That's not good. Ooh, I don't need that to be happening. My eyesight literally just went blurry there for a second. So it is one flying lap, no, one out lap, two flyers. Same as always with these cars. Alright, that is our L lap. Now we have two flying laps. Let's see if we can put a good one in. Wheel spin is a pain in this car. Trying not to wheel spin out of that corner is a pain. No matter what we do, we're losing time. Gate 7, sheesh. I think we'll be doing good on our own, hitting the 40s. Oh, 39.4, not bad. That might be a penalty. No? Good. You know, I think the way we came out of it is enough of us lost of time. Somebody went in the pits already. That's a bit early. Oh no! I think Southern Bar had something, may have just had something come up. I know the situation. He's iffy and basically everything at the moment. Ah, screw that up. Killed the lap anyway. It would have been a good one. Ah. Whew. Well, we got our qualifying in. Not the best lap, not the worst. Well, our best would have been really good, except kind of went a little too wide coming out of turn 9. I think it's turn 9. Whatever. The first of the two, the two consecutive rides at the end. The next to final turn. Went just a little too wide. Alright, so now here in a couple of minutes we're gonna send this thing off. Say we're just gonna sit here and wait on the race to start, because that's all we can do right now. We could muck around, but not in the mood for doing that at the moment. I don't know if we're gonna be waiting on. I think there we may also end up waiting on bar if he's able to come back. I don't mind waiting. But like I said earlier, it's also entirely possible that something just came up. To where he's having to drop this round. But we don't know. Well, at least I don't know. Something only he can know. So we will have a look at this little Suzuki livery of mine while we're waiting. Yes, right. I have a new suit and brain bucket now. Courtesy of Doug. Yep, and I made this livery out. This was kind of the theme that I did for a lot of my liveries whenever I made this livery. I notice I do that. I'll get into a spiel where I do a lot of similar liveries according to a theme, and at the time that I made this livery, this was the theme. Kind of a black base fading into white, tilling at the back with a purple and green pinstripe going down the center. With our obligatory, mandatory decals like that GT45 Gaming, who is planning to stream this round. However, he thinks he's having capture card issues, so I think once he sorts it out, we might save the replay and broadcast that later. Then the little GT45 is there, and our number decal and GTRC there at the back. Alright. So our lap is about a little under 7/10 off of Doug's fastest lap. Dang. I feel like we would have been 4th or 5th had we not invalidated our lap. But it's fine. I like to start near the back, even though it does make it harder to catch up. Especially if I have to battle with Simon with Type R and UU. Long period of wheel spin there. We got to run on Mike there out of the first corner. Not something that we're going to have a lot of opportunities to do. I got the better of us there. Oh, we got a penalty. No! Hey, we're losing ground, Mike. Now we need to catch up to Mike. Either we're going to lose the ground right back to Razor once we serve this penalty. Picked up another half second in the process of serving that one. Really? Really? I had tires inside on the correct side of the white line, going around that corner. What the fuck? Alright, so right now we're dealing with penalty hell. This is not what we need. See if we can not get a penalty this time. There we go, we didn't get a penalty this time. We're in the back of this train. We're a little bit off of it, but we're closing in every time we get to this little corner here. Now we need to catch up to Type R again. Rear just kind of slid there. Just not what we wanted. Yeah, we didn't get a good run through there. So losing ground to Type R, which we don't need to be doing. Too wide. Tried to send it, didn't work. We just couldn't get the rotation. Oh, okay, our rear tires are starting to get cold. That's gonna be our problem. So I wanted to get ahead of them, to be ahead of them coming into the penalty zone. Wanted to be ahead of them going into this penalty serving zone, but Simon went too wide. He'll go ahead. Type R went too wide there. He should pick up a penalty, but I don't think he did. I call favoritism of the steward by the penalty system. Because I went wide the exact same way he just did. He did not get a penalty, and I did. There. Try to put some heat in our rear tires while shifting our brakes to the rear. See if that helps us. Nope, that's not helping. Well, the rear tires are just too cold right now. That was not intentional. Just missed our braking point there. Clouds are rolling in. Oh no, he got a penalty because of that. That was not good. That was definitely not the desired result there. Going back to front, I would just have better control of the car with it. Move to the brakes to the front than we do the rear. And having the brakes to the rear is not helping the tires warm up any. So shuffle going up top. Tells me the top few are battling. Okay, rain is coming. And it's gone. We were threatened with rain, but it didn't materialize. Really? How is that a penalty? We didn't cross the white line. Pretty sure our left side didn't. Might have been on the white line, but we didn't cross it. Wonder what Tap's up to. Are you just getting fuel? Okay, that's still weird. Like when he swapped inners, the tracks are bone dry. He's gonna regret that decision, I think. Yeah, it's gonna rain. I want to wait until I start seeing rain before I think about pitting. Alright, as long as this is all it is, we're fine. Oh, it's unpredictable. It's gonna be off and on. We're gonna want to bet. How far are we? We are. We're going to take a full tank. Just to give us more weight on those tires, man. We gotta have a full tank. Because our car is light as it is. It's raining more, so I don't have to worry about the track dragging out too soon. Simon went wide there. Type R went wide. Didn't get right out of there. We're almost in heavyweights territory, actually. Probably. I don't think we'll get there, but yeah, we're not going to get there. Andrews is going to be the right call to stay out on. It feels like we're on ice. It's kind of hard to be consistent here. This corner we were struggling with normally, and we were at the edge of what the interest can do there. Yeah, we are at that line where widths would be a good idea, but I don't think it's gonna get much worse than this. Yeah, we did not get the turn in there we wanted. You can hear it start struggling to grip. You can hear the tires actually are locking up when we're on the brakes. These enters are struggling right now really bad. That final corner. But I still think this is going to be the right play. Just tough it out at this point. Struggling bad here too. Fuck. We're just getting slower and slower as the ringing gets worse and worse. But to be fair, we are technically in heavy wets territory, so enters are not gripping the way I would like. But we cast our lot when we went in for enters, so we're going to stick with it. Then we have probably another 10 minutes of rain to deal with. Then there's going to be timing or head off of the enters. This track dries out. Okay, petrol's giving up on the enters. I think if we can tough it out, we'll be good. I don't see it getting much worse than it is now. And we're doing alright on the enters, we're struggling with a couple of corners. It's forcing us to be a little more cautious than I would like to be. I think Pedro is going to catch back up to us. Once he'll zip by us once he catches us. But in the end of the race, he's going to have to pit before we do to come off his tires. Because those tires, once we get back into inner territory, those wets will deteriorate quickly. It's just at what point is that going to be? Maybe the case where we just stick it out and enters the rest of the race. because if we go on widths, we will have to pit again. But if we stay on Enders, we actually may not need to pit again. Yeah, you use on wet, so she will have to pit again when the rain goes away. I expect the rain to go away in about another 3 minutes or so. Then track will dry out within 5 minutes enough to where the wets just won't be viable. And it'll still be viable for a little longer. So I don't think if you catches us, we won't fight her too hard. Just because she's going to have better grip than we have, because being on the wets. Okay, we are starting to speed up a little bit, which tells us that the rain is slacking. Just sit on it. So yeah, we're right about the truck starting to drive back up into Ender's territory. Doug, spitting for fuel. Okay. Fuck. Oh, I might be wrong. Actually, I might have to pit as well. So right now we're solidly in Andrews territory, which is actually going to cause the wets to deteriorate a good bit. This way we can turn traction control back off. Yeah, the track's gonna dry out too quickly for us to still too early right now. Right, another lap or two. There's a, okay, I think this lap might be one too soon to go back to slicks. I think we will come out regretting it. So we'll stay out another lap. There's really only a couple of corners where the medium slicks will be dicey, so actually, yeah, we'll go ahead and come on to mediums. It's at about 1:40. I don't think we need fuel. I could be wrong. Probably should have fixed something to be safe. We're going to come out on a crawl because of this is still sick. Alright, so we have 12 minutes to basically just try to keep ahead of Doug. Shit. That was not ideal. That was just not an ideal sector at all. Fuck. Just went hella wide. Again, just got caught in the wet line. Just got pulled out in the wet again that lap. Okay, there. 6 minutes to go. 6.5 minutes. Currently set up for what's shaping up to be our best finish of the season. Coming into the finale. How often do I do that? Best finish comes at the very end. Need to stay out the wets, so stay off the curbs if we can. Oh, we did it again. Damn it! Just got pulled off into the wet there again. That didn't go according to plan. I think Super parked it in the pits. I wonder why. Yeah, because he's the one I don't see. On the track, please. It's twice in a row, 2 laps in a row we've done that. Okay, we got 2 laps to go. Coming lap will be the next lap will be the final lap. And this round, we've really just made up for our general lack of pace with just having the right strategy call this time, for once. So we're set up for P4, which would make for our best finish of the year, the season. And really all we've done right is just the right strategy call. Timed our pits right, got our fuel right. And all in all, just the dominoes landed in our favor. We're sitting in P4, despite not being the fastest guy on one of the fastest people on the track. We're kind of mediocre to a little below pace, especially for where we are at the moment. I do wonder if Razor actually has toughed out the intermediates. So I'm gaining on him a lot more than I should be. Because he's a lot quicker than I am. Do a little lift there so we got on power just a smidge early. That was rough. Bashed. GG's. Gained it quite a few spots that race. Not bad, not bad. Is that our best finish of the year, you believe? This was supposed to have been Super's race. You know, he's always going on about rain race. Well, here was his rain race. I was in the pits for 17 laps. I don't know. It teased what it teased at this point. I wonder if just something came up or what. I don't know. Maybe I'm hoping he just had something that came up that kind of forced him to step away. Jeez, Mike, big Mike had to win. Chad came by in a distant second. Not bad at all. Let's take our obligatory screenshots. Fastest lap was only a smidge slower than Razor's. The pretty good bit off of everyone else. So it was Razor, Mike, and Tap. Mike, Tap, and Razor. Congratulations, well done. I did Razor. I must have accidentally clicked off of him. Oops. I left out Razor by accident. Oh, this was fun. Did a lot better than I was anticipated. I usually don't do well with the rain, so P4 is a pleasant surprise here. Especially when in ideal conditions we've been back half of the grid the entire race, and then, oh hey, out of nowhere we got a P4. I like it. Everything just lined up perfectly, basically. Make sure I saved it. It saved good. Alright, cool. Cool beans. Cool. Ooh, so this was fun. I don't know what's coming next for this series. I will know here within the next couple of weeks what the next thing's going to be. And yeah, we'll do plan to stick around and have some fun with these guys. Oh, but tomorrow we do have the WEC race hosted by UU. So that one we will be broadcasting our POV. That will be, I don't remember what time it is. I don't remember. Find out when I find out. I have to look at Discord again. But yeah, this was fun. I think Doug or Petrol, one of those two still was going to come away with the champ in this series. It was coming down to them two. Doug might have done enough. But we'll see when we see. GG's to everyone. But I'm Damcat signing off. Whew, it's been fun. This is a good race. And I'll have to catch you up with the next one. But first, yeah, you have to remember, you matter. You are important. The light that you bring to this world makes it that much better and that much brighter. If you need help, reach out. Whether it's to me, someone you've known all your life, or in the worst case scenario, the first person is willing to stop, take a moment of their day to give you a helping hand. But before any of that can be done, you have to take the most important, difficult step of any journey of self-improvement and self-recovery, and that is to admit to yourself that you cannot do it alone, that you need a helping hand. And once you get that helping hand, everything slowly starts to get a little bit better. Not necessarily easy, mind you, but definitely a little better. The sun will be a little warmer, a little fewer clouds in the sky, and each day is just a little bit better than the last. If you need help, reach out. With that, I am signing off. I am the Damn Cat. I will catch you all next time. Take care.